And what does it say about the underlying tensions, that are going on in that debate over school relocation?
So I'll just first start with the second question, and then I'll also let the Chancellor share a few words. I think just before I pass it over, there's a reprehensible comment. And I think it is indicative of the exact kind of language that makes students feel as if they don't belong within our public school system. We are looking to build a public school system that is home for each and every person that calls this city home. And that's not what that language engenders. I'll just let the Chancellor add a few words.
I agree. It was abhorrent to listen to, and our students deserve so much better. And so we'll be working with the superintendent. As you know, I know that district quite intimately, and we'll be really leaning in and working with the school communities to make sure that we repair any harm that was done to our students and think through what our next step is regarding building the capacity of our teachers to deal with the underlying conditions that exist in our city when it comes to some of our concerns about schools.
To the mayor, do you think she should be fired?
I think that's part of what the Chancellor said in terms of investigating the next steps that should be taken.
And on the snowball incident, are people overreacting, do you think?
I'll leave it to others to share their opinions, but I've shared mine.
Marsha, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I want to follow up on the snowball incident. The head of the PBA says that the people who were involved in attacking the police officers should be charged criminally with assault on a police officer. I wonder if you agree with that, if those people can be identified.
I don't. From the videos that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight.
Thanks. Please, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, in terms of the Code Blue, how long do you plan to continue that, and also continue the extra numbers of outreach workers?
At this time, our enhanced Code Blue is set to continue through tomorrow morning. Obviously, we will keep New Yorkers up to date if that's going to be extended. However, I do want to just take an opportunity, as you've alluded to, the outreach workers have been at the heart of our efforts. And I want to say thank you to them, because what they've been doing is, no matter the conditions, they've been out there and reaching out to homeless New Yorkers, being able to make more than 250 placements. And their engagements with homeless New Yorkers have also helped to inform all of the steps we're taking to expedite our medium and long-term policies. I'll give you one example. In the response to the prior winter storm, we opened up additional shelters ahead of schedule. As we were learning of, the scale of the need, we've been looking to expedite that across the board. So one of those shelters we opened up in Upper Manhattan in the response to the last storm, we now just added an additional 100 beds to that shelter. The reason that's important is we need to be able to reach out to homeless New Yorkers and present them with a wide variety of options. There are some homeless New Yorkers for whom they want to go to an H&H mobile van. There are others for whom they want to go to a warming bus or a warming center in a DOE school or an H&H site that's been repurposed as a warming site. And there are others for whom it's a shelter setting. We want to make sure we have every single option available so we can get New Yorkers off the streets. And as of now, I'm thankful to report that there are no reported deaths outside or in public areas as a result of this blizzard.
Thank you. Jason, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor?
Hey, how's it going?
You have trees falling?
Yes.
So there's a massive three-story tree that's fallen in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. It's crossing the street, blocking traffic, and it's cradled by a second tree dangling over cars and pedestrians. The tree fell yesterday. So my question is there a website or something that residents can go to see an ETA for removal? And my follow-up is, does the city have a system in place to evaluate older large trees to see if there's a danger, if they're storm-worthy, et cetera, especially with climate change and everything else?
So I think, do you have the cross streets of the tree that you're referring to?
Yes, it's Park Place and between Bedford and Franklin and Crown Heights.
Okay, I appreciate that. We'll follow up on that immediately. I think the first thing that I would say is for any New Yorker who sees a downed tree, of which we've seen many of them in the response to a historic blizzard, to call 311 to make sure that we have the information regarding that. That's how we've built this database of the many downed trees we've seen across the city. I'm going to pass it over to my Deputy Mayor for Operations, Julia Kirsten, just add a few words.
Right. Thank you. We have the Down Tree Task Force that has been functioning for the last few days and is working now. We will absolutely go look into that situation and figure out how we can expedite the removal of that tree. And you should let, I don't know if Parks Department Commissioner wants to speak at all.
Of course.
Do you want to tell us a little bit?
So just to confirm what the deputy mayor has said, we have a down trees task force. We're very proud to convene that with emergency management, NYPD, FDNY, and to date, I believe we have 46 known locations where we have trees that are blocking streets. We are working very hard to address all of those locations, and we'll certainly take back that specific one to make sure that that's on our list. In total, as the mayor said, we have 1,800 requests for service that have come in to date. Every single one of those are being inspected right now, and then we are prioritizing first block streets, then any trees that are on top of private homes, and then we'll continue to take down all of the requests as they come in.
All right, got time for just one more. Moses, go ahead.
Hi, Mayor. I was going to ask about the snowball incident. Were any NYPD officers facing any injuries? And then secondly, do you have any hopes for the upcoming rental ripoff hearings?
Yeah, I'll start with the second question, then go to the first. Our hope in these rental ripoff hearings, one of which will be held in each borough, is to hear from New Yorkers as to the struggles they faced as tenants and dealing with the private market, especially with the kinds of junk fees that many of them have reported to the city and the ways in which those experiences should inform city policy. That is a key part of these hearings. It's not simply an outlet for New Yorkers to share their own experiences. It's an opportunity for them to inform what city policy will look like going forward, because accountability is a critical part of ensuring that each and every New Yorker has a safe and habitable home. And I think that for far too long, New Yorkers have not seen that, both in the policy that has been created and also in the actions that city government has then taken.
And then on the snowball incident, did the NYPD officers face any injuries?
I think that there were 2 officers who were facing lacerations on their face.
Call for prosecution of those who pelted them?
Look, I've seen the videos of this snowball fight. I think that it was a snowball fight.
Thank you all so much.
What do you think about